Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, top of the day. Cheers and a hearty God bless you to you. This is Scheria coming to you all the way live on this Monday. Can you believe it's already August 20th? Is it the 20th or 21st? I think it's the 21st. I cannot believe it's already August 21st, 2023, but here we are. And I'm coming to you all the way live just to come in and talk about self-care, self-love, because over here on this channel, it's all about encouraging, empowering, and uplifting. And today we're going to talk about something a little bit different, and that is a 5-day juice challenge that I have been going through. This is day 3. So I'm just going to talk about juicing, talk about the equipment you need, go over a few benefits, my experience with juicing, give you about 5 inspirational quotes as well, say a prayer for you, and we're going to go forward with that. So if you're interested in any of that, please stay tuned. So welcome. I see someone just joined the room. Welcome, welcome. Please let me know where you are watching from. What is the weather like? I'm always curious if I know what the weather is like where people are watching. God bless you. Welcome to the live. So we have the one and only fantabulous Miss Cynthia Herndon. God bless you. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. So like I was saying, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. And you can't really talk about self-care without touching on health, because mental health, emotional health, physical health, financial, spiritual, like it's all tied in to self-care. You are glowing today. It's rainy in Oakland today. Oh, it's raining in Oakland? Wow. In August? Summertime? Really? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for the compliment. I am I give God the glory for all he is doing and carrying me through this 5-day juice cleanse detox challenge, whatever you want to call it. Yes and yes and yes, I'm on it. I'm doing it, and I definitely feel the effects of it. And so we're going to get into that, but before we do, let me, for those who may be coming through on the replay, #replay, if you're coming through on the replay, just let me know where you're watching from. Engage with the content in some way so that YouTube knows this is content that needs to be, that is important enough to be pushed out for others to see. The more you engage with the content, meaning like, comment, click on the links in the description, share, either share, you can send it out on, you can click share, you can text it to a friend, you can share it on your social media platforms if you choose, or if you are a YouTube premium user, you can even download or save it, watch for later. However you want to engage, please do so. I'm still curious about that raining in Oakland. Like, what? I guess, is that the ripple effects from that storm that was supposed to, is it Hillary? It was a hurricane and then got downgraded to a storm or whatever. That is so that is so interesting to me. But anyway, welcome, 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 and welcome to one and all. Again, this is Self-Care, Self-Love with Scheria, where we properly go over self-care topics, tips, tools, resources that we can have in our arsenal so that we be ready on a day-to-day basis when life be lifing, because life sure enough be lifing. So we have welcomes. You got my handy dandy list here. That's why I keep looking down, keep myself on track. And for those of you who don't know, let's see. I'm guessing it is ripple effect. Yep, Hillary. I thought it was unusual as well. Yes. I just said that. Yeah. So yeah, they were saying yesterday was supposed to be a storm. And I was like, where's the storm? I don't see a storm. So anyway, you know how it is. You see your weather and everything. Sometimes I guess the weather changes, it turns based on the winds. I don't know. But anyway, that's very strange to me. But here we are. So, intro for those who don't know, who may be coming through. My name again is Scheria. I am a faithful wife since 1989. Some call me pastor's wife since 2006, or first lady since 2006. I have three beautiful grown-ish daughters. I have one very curious grandson, and I am a detox nurse by trade, which means I medically help folks detox from all different type of substances um, that they may be addicted to or needing help to get off of. Okay. So yes and yes and yes. I bring all those perspectives together to come to you and bring this channel to you. And so hopefully, prayerfully, something like I said, inspires, encourages, uplift you to move forward in your self-care journey, because self-care is self-love. So the more we love ourselves, the more we will take care of ourselves. Okay. 5 inspirational quotes. I'm going to share my screen with you several times, and this will be one of them. I'm going to share my screen to give you 5 quotes, and I'm getting these quotes from A Good Housekeeping. Yes, I'm sharing these quotes with you from Good Housekeeping website. It's 105 inspirational quotes for when you need a little inspiration. Yes, I'm not going to read the article, but I just thought some of these quotes, like I went to get one and I was like, these are all pretty good. So this first one is from Queen Elizabeth, and it says a beautiful floral background. It is often small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change. So quote of the day, 5 inspirational quotes. Number 1 is Queen Elizabeth II. It is often the small steps, not the giant steps or giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change. And that is so true. It's just a matter of taking that first small step of faith to, and I can literally a testament to that, taking that first small leap of faith, that we take more and more steps and move forward. So I hope that inspires you, encourage you. Number 2, by Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And that is absolutely true. And there's a scripture base for this as well. And it says that my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So knowledge absolutely is powerful. You can have spiritual knowledge, natural knowledge, using those things, and not only knowing them, but using them and applying them to our lives can absolutely change the world, our individual worlds and circles that we move in, as well as the world abroad, because it starts with us. Okay. And then let me know which one of these 5 you like the best. Okay. So number 3 is by Amanda Gorman. There is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it. I thought this was so powerful. Like, these 3 quotes are just absolutely powerful. So again, Amanda Gorman, quote of the day, quote number 3 of 5. There's always light, if only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it. I mean, that just speaks volumes, because many of us are going through difficulties and changes in our lives, and we take hits and we have disappointments and we lose people and just different things that happen to hurt us, to impact us in a negative way. But if we can see the light in the midst of that and then choose to be the light, I mean, wow, that is so awesome and so powerful, because the Lord is our light and our salvation. All right. Number 4, Booker T. Washington. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. This is so powerful. And I think I shared this on the channel as well. Some time ago, I was going through something, and my spiritual leader called on the phone to speak to my husband. And I was thinking, oh, he's gonna, he's gonna encourage me. He's gonna do this, and he really didn't. And then when he finally did say something to me, it was nothing goes out, nothing comes in. And this kind of lines up with this as well. Is that, and or if we want to lift ourselves up, it's better to give and than to receive. And then I've heard people say not give out or hand out, but to be a lift up, to lift up someone else. So yes, and yes, and yes. And then last but not least is by the one and only Cicely Tyson. She passed away recently, and she was almost, I believe, 100 years old, 90 or 90 something years old. A lot of longevity, and was a woman of faith. And so, Cicely Tyson, this quote: I have learned not to allow rejection to move me. This one right here. Cicely Tyson, I have learned not to allow rejection to move me. I mean, this one, I mean, I lived with the fear of rejection for so many years, for decades, not moving forward, not doing anything, being stuck in a rut, whatever you want to call it, because of a fear of rejection. So I've lived in this quote, absolutely. And this was the quote that I originally was going to choose. But we are accepted in the beloved. We don't have to be fearful, because the Lord has not given us a spirit of fear. But this is just very, very powerful. So I want you all to tell me which one you like the best, which one you choose. I'm going to go over them again. Quote number 1 is by Queen Elizabeth. It is often the small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change. Number 2, Nelson Mandela: education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Quote number 3, Amanda Gorman: there is always light. If only we're brave enough to see it. If only we are brave enough to be it. Number 4, Booker T. Washington: if you want to lift yourself, lift up someone else. It's so, so, so powerful. And then again, the one and only Cicely Tyson: I have learned not to allow rejection to move me. Those are our 5 quotes of the day that you can write those down. You can journal, put those in your journal. Write those down for later. That's what I did. I have them in my journal, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Did I move my thing? Oh my God, I had everything sitting right here. Now I don't see my journal. But yes, and yes, and yes. So I have a comment here. I like that quote. I have a similar one in my office that says, "We rise by lifting others." That is so awesome, and that is so true. That is so true. Number 4, you like number 4? Yes, yes, yes. They're all so very, very good. And hold on a minute. I forgot my binder that I'm gonna show you guys. Hold on. Hold the line, hold the line. Here I come, here I come. Sorry about that, y'all. I had everything sitting right here, and then I must have took this in the bag for something. I apologize for that. I have stuff sitting over here. Y'all see in a minute. But yes, so those are our quotes of the day that we can keep in our arsenal and our toolkit, to keep us inspired and encouraged. Yes, and yes, and yes. So now I'm going to talk about the juicing. So those of you who follow me for any amount of time, you know I have been juicing. I have my Nama J2 that I have been using off and on since I went back in my emails and I looked and I seen that I ordered my Nama J Chew on May 2022. So it's been over a year that I have been using. God bless you. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Let me know where you're watching from. So I have been using my Nama J2 since. Hi, Mr. HO Scale. How are you today? It's good to see you on the live. Um, welcome, 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 welcome. Let me know where you're watching from. I see you. Let me know what the weather is, where you at. We got someone here in Oakland with rain, so I'm curious to see what the weather is like. You are good. I'm glad you are good. All right. So juicing. So I started juicing. Okay, I started juicing around then, and if you've been following me for an amount of time, at that time I had a work-related injury, was off work, and the thing that drew me to the Nama was the fact that you could open it and put everything in at one time. And at that time I was injured, which my right hand was injured, so that really was a draw for me. I had another juicer that I ended up having to upgrade to this one. But anyway, juicing, I really like green juice. It's very beneficial. There are all type of health benefits to juicing. It's the fresh vegetables, plant-based, fruits and vegetables. You can even break it down. You can do a Google search and say, what are the best fruits and vegetables for, if you have a condition in your body like diabetes or Crohn's disease or cardiovascular issue, you're trying to work on your blood pressure and all these type of things. So you can do it symptom based, or you can do it by, whichever ones you like. So I was initially into celery and trying to tackle, but celery is good for inflammation. So yes, that's how I started this. So along the way, there are three. I can't think of this other lady's name, and I couldn't find her on YouTube. There's three people on YouTube that I really like and gravitate to for different reasons. They all have very, very good juicing recipes. I've talked about him before, and I put link in the description. Good Living Now with Harold. Tons and tons of research-based recipes. He is a cancer survivor since I think it was 2015, I believe it is. He's been, the Lord has blessed him to be cancer-free and heal himself through God's treasures by way, healing treasures by way of fruits and vegetables. So he has tons and tons of information there. And then another one that I really like is Fully Raw Kristina. Again, she's in the description. You can check her out. So I was so sad because Good Living for Now started a 5-day cleanse on August 4th. And I had missed it by 2 or 3 days. And I was like, oh my God. And so I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this week that I was thinking I was going to do a challenge. And I'm going to just prep myself. I said, okay, it's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to use this as a stepping stone and not a stumbling block. And I'm going to prep. I'm going to use this whole week to prep. And then next week, meaning this week, I'm going to just do my own 3-day cleanse. I'm going to get my favorite ones of the juices from Good Living Now Harold. And I'm just going to juice. I'm just going to do my own. And so I moved away from sugars. I moved away from meat. I moved away from dairy. I moved away from, gluten, like breads and potatoes, which if you know me, I love potatoes. And so last week I said, I'm not going to be discouraged by that. So I started juicing. I started juicing the recipes that I have been using, which was 2 oranges, 4 apples, and 4 big scoops of kale. And the reason why I chose kale this time instead of spinach, I normally lean towards spinach and cilantro and mint. But I said I was trying to step out of my comfort zone and be more healthy. And I just said my whole goal was I just want to finish this one because I've done cleanses before. I've lasted 1 day, then 2 days, and then 2.5 days. And I always, want, like, I start craving like nachos and tacos and burritos and smothered potatoes and like all this kind of stuff. I start craving all these foods, and then I get moody, and then not really understanding with the process, and then I would just fall off. And I was like, this time I really want to finish this, so I'm going to prep I'm give myself 5 days to prep, and then I'm going to move into my own detox. That's what I thought, since I had missed the one on the 4th. And I got I don't know, I think it was a YouTube video or something came up where Fully Kristina was doing a 5-day cleanse starting on Saturday the 19th, and I was like, yes, 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 yes. Here we go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I was like, I don't care. We gonna make it. We gonna do this. And, and she had. I mean, she is so. If you are a person who's been thinking about doing a detox, you really want to check her out, because she's been doing this for 18 years. She's been doing the whole plant-based, and she even healed herself from type 2 diabetes. It took her a year and a half of eating clean and eating plant-based, but she was able to heal herself from type 2 diabetes, and she has a whole testimony. But she's all into fully raw, being vegan, and has tons of really good recipes. And so so I was like, here we go. So I enrolled in her 5-day cleanse. I think it was like $47, $49. But it came with, now I did this myself. This me being too much, right? So it came with, this is Kristina. And these are some of the juices. You probably, if you follow me on social media, you've seen some of the juices that she has in here. So what I did was, I have my journal here, because she encourages you to journal every day about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're eating, any reactions you're having. And then what I did was I put each, so you get like a store list, all kind of tips in here. It's a total of 58 pages with the recipes. You get three recipes a day, and it's 5 days. And then she has 5 bonus recipes in here. So anyway, I have that, and I have the pages, like, let me show you what I'm trying to say. I can't think of the word. So I have the in plastic, right? So I have the recipes, which is really good. And that's one tip I would give you if you are juicing recipes, because I've done this, printed out a recipe, and then it get wet and everything. So those are very good for if you're going to be in the kitchen juicing. God bless you. Welcome to the live. Let me know where you're watching from. I just looked up and noticed there's more people in here. So God bless you. Welcome to the live. We're talking about juicing. I am on day 3 of 5 of the Fully Raw with Kristina 5-day juicing challenge. And so I have been doing, by the grace of God, I have been doing really, really good. And if you want to see pictures, I posted here to YouTube as well as Instagram and Facebook, my stories, the different juices, just to be accountable. She does have an inner circle group where you can post pictures and stuff like that, but I'm not really ready to do that yet. I'm just focusing on finishing strong. So let me know in the comments what you think about juicing, 3-day juices, 5-day juicing challenges. If you participate in any, if you see yourself doing them, please comment and let me know in the comments. I personally did not. Like, what I kept wanting potatoes and meat. Like I would want my like a smothered. Today I woke up and I wanted a scramble, wanted to smother some potatoes with some scrambled eggs and some bacon and some pico de gallo and sour cream and avocado. And I was like, it didn't get the best of me, but I wanted that. And so she also has lives every day. So we've been having a live every day, and she talks to us. She answers questions. It's just really, 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 really supportive. And it also comes with like total of 7 videos, like a prep video, a what to expect video, and then every day you get a video for that day. And so like she's appealing to all learners, the visual learners, which she's appealing to the auditory because she has visual, auditory, and kinetic, right? Because of the book, right? The paper. So each way you're learning the new techniques and behaviors, and she's basically helping you understand that you're just switching what you're eating. I'm glad you have been able to get far into your juicing journey. I really want to get into juicing. I just have to make that first move and get over the mental hurdle. Absolutely. That is real talk. That is real talk. And like I said, this is not my first time. This is my fourth time trying. And usually, I do good and then, it doesn't go well. Like the cravings get the best of me. I get angry, I get upset, something happens, and then I fall off. But by the grace of God, I've been able to be around other people eating. I took my grandson to McDonald's, and then Kendra wanted to go to my daughter wanted to go to Jack in the Box. So I was able to just plug in. So the second tip I would give you is so if you want to do a cleanse, I would say what has benefited me, like I said, I'm on day 3, is that week of so I turned down the sweets, I turned down the breads, I turned down the potatoes, every day, the sweets, the meats, turned it all down. So by the time Saturday came, or by the time Friday came, I was good, right? I went to the store. You see my family when I came home with all this. I went to the store, got all the ingredients. I was like, nope. First, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go day by day and buy each recipe day by day. And I was like, no, I don't want to give no place for me to make no mistakes, get hungry and snack on something. So I went and got everything, and she gives you a complete list of things to buy. And so yes, and yes, and yes. The cleanse, as a nurse, I would say yes. It's absolutely, and I think you even see me go through with the tea. I think I did a detox tea before. You see me do that if you follow me on social media. So detoxing the body is always good. And doctors recommend it. Today a lot of diseases and conditions that we have are tied to our gut and what we put in our mouth. And so yes, and yes, and yes. So again, let me know what your thoughts are on juicing. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what you will need. So when I'm juicing, first thing you want to do is make sure you clean your juice. You will be surprised. You will be surprised at how much dirt, grit, unseen stuff comes off your greens, comes off your fruits and your vegetables. So what I have been using is apple cider vinegar, a little bit of that, and the baking soda in the water, and let them soak 5 to 15 minutes, depending on how much dirt is coming off and you could tell by your water. Like you'll be able to see right away stuff start coming off. You want to make sure your fruits and vegetables are clean. You want to take the extra time to do that. Some of the tools that I have been using, I have my really good knife. This is a Darius Cook's knife that I have been using. I use this every single time I juice, and I have been batch juicing. I have two of these white ones that I just got from the Safeway, but also and this one, cutting boards. So for each recipe that she gives, and I was saying there's 3 recipes a day, and this is the one I got from Darius Cook. So I have three cutting boards, right? So each recipe goes on there, right? And then I have, those are the things I use regularly. So you probably already have those things in your stash, in your kitchen, in your cabinetry already. So I would say use what you have. If you don't have, like I said, the Dollar Tree has some good things that you can get started with. Your local store, Target, CVS, has these things as well. And health is wealth. Like self-care, caring about our health is so vitally important. And we're about to be into the fourth quarter of 2023. And so now is a perfect time for us to begin to focus and hone down on whatever our health goals were. Whatever health goal you started in January, this is a perfect time to start that or refine that, refocus, recenter, rejuvenize, and come back to that goal, because we're planning our work and working our plan until we have success. So yes, and yes, and yes, I showed you the book. And again, you can get this is actually the journal that I wrote, Faith-Based Affirmations, Prayer for Women in Ministry journal. I just kept right on journaling with this one. I use this as well. So yes, and yes, and yes, journaling has been very, very effective so far as one of my coping mechanisms. In my self-care regimen. Yes, and yes, and yes, encourage you to write, whether it's physically writing, or you might have a phone where you can speak into your take voice notes. Yes, and yes, and yes, about what's going on. And then we have the Nama, right? So you all have seen. So this is where the juice comes in, right? And this is a total of 35 ounces in here. I don't know if you can see that, but right there is 35 ounces. And it has this cover so you can keep your juice covered while you're juicing so nothing flies in. This is the one where the pulp goes in. And then I have the white Nama. And I was thinking about it. I don't think I did a review of this Nama yet. Scroll to the comments and let me know if you want to do a review. If you want me to do a review of this Nama. So yes, this is the Nama. This is how you turn it on, off, and then reverse right here. And that's the side where the juice comes out. This is the side where the pulp comes out. Yes, and yes, and yes. And like I said, I've had it since May 2022. The customer service is great. They have an 800 number that you can call if you have any problems. They're also very responsive to email. I had several bleeps along the way, bleeps in the road. The first time they sent me a replacement within 2 days. The inside parts, some of the inside parts broke off. Then I had several other problems, but it was not something that they were able to, customer service was, like I said, very responsive, and they helped fix it right away. So if you're considering juicing, start where you're at. If you already have a juicer, go ahead and use that juicer. If you ever want to upgrade, the Nama J2 is a great juicer. I'm so glad that I upgraded to this Nama J2. Another thing that I use is, this is my Vitamix, pitcher. that you strain. She recommends that you strain all your juices just to get that, so that it can be smooth and creamy. And so yes, and yes, and yes, those are the items that I use to juice, along with, of course, whatever fruits and vegetables that you want to juice. Like I said, if you're looking for juicing recipes, I think I did click 2 sources that are really, really good, really tons and tons. Like these people are very veterans in this juicing, lots of experience, lots of recipes, and they've dedicated their lives to helping people like me and you to eat better, to be healthy, and to get our juice on. So yes, and yes, and yes. No questions so far regarding juicing. Yes. Any I'm giving y'all space to comment if you would like to. I don't want to like. So the times that I drink juice, so I get up in the. I'll just keep talking about the juicing because this is what this one is about. And somebody asked me to share my experience. I don't see them on here today, but if they come through the replay, they can watch this. So I do my juicing in the mornings, and it takes me, I set aside about an hour or 2 hours to juice. I take my time. I'm listening to music or I'm meditating. I've already done my devotion or partial my devotion, and then I just move into this activity of juicing. I'm deep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, right? We talked about that. I'm doing my shoulder rolls, my neck rolls, using this as a form again of self-care, relaxation, starting my day with juicing, being healthy, being intentional. And that is so, so important, being intentional. Because often how we start is how we finish, oftentimes. So yes, and yes, and yes. Like I said, I will put each recipe on its own cutting board. I will put the recipe number 1 and start watching that. Again, I'm praying, I'm meditating, I'm neck rolls, deep breathing, focusing on my intention for the day, having a blessed day, having an awesome day. She already has the recipes already picked, so we have. And the thing about it, she recommends you drink. Oh, I didn't bring one of my storage containers. That's another thing I meant to show you. So 32 ounces. She recommends you drink, and she's saying that a lot of times people fail because they don't drink enough juice. You have to drink plenty of juice. So she recommends 32-ounce jars, cups, whatever you want to use. It has to be stored in a glass container with a tight lid. And she recommends you drink 32 ounces a day, 32 ounces of juice a day. And then she has it all her recipes broken down. So it's a total of 1,600 calories in these juices. And she recommends you drink she gives you 3 recipes, but recommends you drink four 32-ounce jars of juice. And at least one of I've every day, at least one of the recipes has made like double. So I don't know whether or not that's the fruit and vegetables in California just had a hearty harvest and they're very bountiful, or she did that on purpose. I'm not really sure, but at least one recipe every day has yielded like a double. So we took the leap of faith months ago to get the Nama J2, and compared to ones I used in the past, it is excellent. I like being able to drop everything in at once. Yes. Absolute congratulations on getting that J2. Like I had one too before, and it was like there's no comparison. Like it's like the Rolls Royce or the Mercedes Benz of juicers. Like it is absolutely awesome. Awesome juicer. But yes, so and then another thing, straining the juice has really made, like I said, made it more smoother, more creamier, more thicker. I don't know why it does that, but that's a tip that I learned from her, which is very beneficial. I can go on and on about the Nama. I think I'm gonna do a separate video just doing a review of the Nama, because I can go on and on about that. But the juicer, yes and yes and yes. And the recipes, like if you want to see any of the recipes, you can go on my YouTube community page. You can go on Instagram and Facebook, the stories. I'm for accountability purposes, I'm always posting the juices and everything. But you let me know, would you like for me to go post videos of me making these juices? I think I did that before. So I don't know. I don't know how you all feel about that. Let me know. Let me know. Yes. And so far as price, it is pricey. But what I did was I did the firm. I did 6 payments of how it's like, it was like, I think it was 5 something, and then I had a $50 off or 10% off coupon from one of the influencers. And yeah, I broke it down into 6 payments. I mean, I'm not the expert. I'm not the guru. Let me just say that. I am not an expert in this. I am not the guru. I just have been juicing. Based on what you shared today, we may not be washing our veggies as thoroughly as needed. So do a test. And this is what I tell people. Before you juice, fill your sink up with, make sure your sink is clean, fill it up with water. If you have apple cider vinegar, or even just water, and just let the greens, let them sit in the water and see what happens. See what happened. Right? The next time you juice, just put your stuff in whatever recipe you use, and just let that recipe sit in the water and see what happens. See what's at the bottom of the sink. Yeah. So and that's how I learned, was from Good Living Now. Harold, he said that. He was saying, you got to make sure your stuff is clean. And so I was shocked at the amount of dirt and grit that was at the bottom of the sink. So yeah, we need to make sure we're washing them thoroughly. But yes, so today I had, and usually what it is, she starts off the day with like a fruit juice, and then maybe like a more hearty juice, and then she ends with a vegetable like green juice. Yeah, lots of oranges, lots of celery, lots of kale, lots of pineapples, beets, carrots. Yes, so that's what we have been using so far. Very good. I would highly recommend, like I said, I would highly recommend you take a pic. I'm scared to see what's at the bottom, but I have to. Oh, let's see what she's saying. I'm scared to see what's at the bottom, laughing aloud, but I have to leave. But I'll catch the rest on the replay. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming through, for staying as long as you could. God bless you, and have a great day. Love to you. Love to you. All right. So yes and yes and yes. 5-day juicing. So like I said, this is day 3. And like I said, she has lives. So we've been live every day, and she answers questions, and that's very educational, to sit and be a part and listen to other people's questions, because you learn either they answer your questions or stuff that you didn't know. And so yes and yes and yes, I will highly encourage everybody to detox your bodies, to remove the substances that have been in there, for you to have a good gut, good colon free. You have good bacteria and bad bacteria, so you don't want to have too much bad bacteria. It is that gut health is so important because it ties to we have my HO scale saying great show. To God be the glory. I hope that something is being said to encourage and inspire you to be the best version of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself so that we can have more to give out to others. The more we take care of ourselves, by way spiritually, naturally, emotionally, physically, financially, when we are mindful of these different things, we have more to give out. We're in a position to give more. And so, yes, and yes, and yes. I appreciate you all so very much. I'm just trying to think. So I'll just go through day one real quick. I think it was because I was already prepped for the I did the prep the week before. Day one through two was like smooth breathing. Like I had cravings again for tacos, potato chips, really tacos, like corn tortilla with the melted cheese and lettuce and pico de gallo and taco sauce and sour cream and olives and guacamole. And yeah, I was really like really wanting it, and I still do. But I'm holding on, I'm holding on, I'm holding on. And then like I said, day one and two was a breeze. And then I woke up today and it was like I didn't want to get up. It was like, oh God, I got a juice. It was just like all these negative thoughts trying to come in. And I was like, nope, you're not going to win. Scheria, get up, have your devotion, go make your juice. And that's one of the things she encouraged. She prepped us for the day because she said day 3 is usually the hardest day. Like your body is shifting into another level of detoxing. And she said it affects you emotionally, mentally, physically, like spiritually, like it affects everything. And that it's work required in pressing through. And she encouraged us to just stick with it. Like keep, no matter how you feel, no matter what's going on, keep drinking your juice. Rest when you need to rest, journal when you need to journal. If you need to see a therapist, like whatever you need to do. Thank you. Thank you. With your support, I know that I will. Yes, and yes, and yes. So I don't know what else I can do to share with more. I can share. I mean, there's more that I can share, but I don't want to keep going on and on and on. Bottom line is cleansing fruit. Juicing is absolutely beneficial, whether you want to do the green juices. I know some people that focus only on green juice. Some people only juice celery because of the inflammation. They have different conditions in their body they only want to only want to juice celery. A lot of people do it the immunity shots with the pineapple and the ginger and the turmeric, and do it to keep the immunity up because there's so many bad bacteria going around. We got the monkeypox, the COVID, and all the different forms of COVID that are going on. So a lot of times people use juice for the immunity. They do it for different things. So I would encourage you to add juice and juice to your eating, to your health, your diet, right? Your day-to-day diet, your day-to-day diet. And that's what she's encouraging us to do. That this be a reboot. When I say she, I'm meaning Kristina, the facilitator of this 5-day juice challenge. She is encouraging us to not stop here. I had told you all how I was disappointed when I didn't get the one with the other gentleman on the 4th. But this one is this cleanse was just like it was just really it really is a godsend, because she's teaching us how, every day what to expect, how to come down, meaning go back into solid foods, It's just awesome. If you want to continue, because she has 5, 7 day and 21 days, and if you want to continue, she's teaching us how to do that. So it's just really, really awesome. And I think it was a godsend that I found her and stumbled across her. And I just thank God for the strength and for the energy. There's a saying that say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And in this case, Kristina is my teacher. It's by way of, being eaten raw, because I never see myself doing that. Like, I always need to have some meat of some sort, some type. But thank God, I'm here and I'm moving forward. And I hope you would join me. And she's encouraging us not to stop here, to at least, move into having one juice, one smoothie, and a salad a day. Like, that's what she's trying to get us to move into. And we'll continue to juice, and we'll continue to either have 2 juices or a smoothie and a salad. And I think I'm going to do that. Like, I'm liking the way I feel. I'm liking the way I feel with this. So yes, and yes, and yes. So I pray that, like I said, something has been said to encourage you to live a healthy lifestyle, to eat right, to live right, to be happy, to be joyful, to move forward in peace, to move forward in love, to move forward in compassion, because people are going through, I was talking to somebody this weekend, and I was encouraging them not to take things personal, because people are going through so many different things right now. And a lot of times it's not intentional. People are just overwhelmed. They're overworked. They're just trying to, move forward the best they can. So a lot of times it's not intentional what is happening. It's just that people are just trying to make it, And so as we say that and we move forward, I pray for you and for your family and for everything that is attached to you, that you will be blessed, that you will be encouraged, that in this time and in this season, everything that you have need of will come into your hands, not by might nor by power, but by the Spirit of the Almighty God. May He refresh you. May He renew you. May He encourage you. May He give you fresh download, fresh insight, and strategy for every situation that you are facing. I'm a firm believer. I've been saying it for years, that the Lord is a God of strategy. If He brought us to a situation, a circumstance, He allowed it to come into our life, then He is going to give us a download of a strategy, how to get through with wisdom, power, and strength, that you and I will come through stronger, better, and wiser. And I pray that, and I activate that, and I pronounce that over your life. You go with God, and God will certainly go with you. I love you. I'm praying for you. God bless. God bless you. May the Lord God bless you real good. May the Lord God bless you real good. Woke me up this morning, started me on my way. May the Lord God bless you real good. God bless you.